Brandon, I thank the Lord that August 15th is finally here for 2 reasons. 1, I get to marry you today and we can begin our lives together. And 2, I never have to plan another pandemic wedding in my life. However, despite stressfully planning a wedding during a pandemic, God has reminded me of his words in 1 Thessalonians 5. It says, "Rejoice always, pray constantly, and give thanks in everything." That is my prayer for us as we begin our lives together. Life is slam full of surprises. Who knew we were going to get married in the midst of a pandemic? Have to reschedule our wedding, have to change venues, cut down our invites, and so much more. We had no clue all this would happen, but God knew. So I pray that we head into this marriage rejoicing always, praying constantly, and giving thanks in everything. Brandon, I always promise you these things. I promise to be your #1 fan and sidekick. I promise to always embarrass you when we are in public. I promise to care for you when you're sick, no matter how dramatic you're being. I promise to try and understand all your nerdy science jokes. I promise to be the best mother to your children that I can be. I promise to pull you out of any harbor or gully or anything else that you've literally fallen in. I promise to not bring home every single animal that I see on the side of the road. I promise to follow you wherever you lead our family. I promise to be a godly mother and a godly example for our children. And I promise to love you until the day that I die. The Lord brought us together. My deceased grandmother haunted you to pursue me. The Maudie Thursday service and thunderstorms changed your proposal plan. And COVID-19 led us to today. I couldn't imagine beginning our lives together any other way. I'll love you forever and always, even more than Charlie and Izzy. Lastly, I will always strive to rejoice always, pray constantly, and give thanks in everything throughout our lives together from this day forward. I love you, Brandon.
Cynthia Elizabeth Waite, I am so glad that this day has finally come. Thanks, Corona. When we re-met some odd 3 years ago, I had just had a major life decision, which was the decision to become a teacher. And I remember meeting this familiar face in the choir room at MCC. As we became friends, I started to notice characteristics that I've always longed for in a spouse to be. You are kind, you are gentle, you weren't afraid to laugh out loud to some dumb joke that I've made that probably wasn't even that funny. But above all this, your love for Christ and showing that love is what truly drew me in. I remember looking at my friend and saying, "You see that girl in the front row? I hope to marry somebody like her someday." Little did I know that a few years later, I would be standing at the altar with the woman of my dreams. Many times throughout my life, I prayed for a woman of God, a woman who is selfless, who is humble, who is strong in her faith, and who is gorgeous not only on the outside, which you are gorgeous, but also on the inside. Libby, from the moment I re-met you, I knew that there was something different. You've captivated me, you've challenged me, you've frustrated me more, and more importantly, improved me in ways no person has ever done before. I have fallen in love with you again and again. I love your laugh, your smile, your caring nature, and the face you make when something is so cute, no matter what animal it may be, even if it's wild or not. You just have to squeeze it or pet it. I promise to support you, to honor you, and to love you unconditionally, even when we may disagree on something. As I look to the future, I know that you are not only going to make an amazing wife, but an awesome mother. The way that you are so passionate about children makes me so excited to get to raise children with you. To end, there are a few things that I would like to promise you. I promise to try and be the man that you have always prayed for. I promise to be a godly father to our children. And I know that with you by my side, it will be a little easier. I promise to put God first and to listen to his plan for our family. I will cherish you always and never take you for granted. I will lead you and guide you as Christ leads me. I will follow his teachings and obey his commands. I will lead by example with patience and with understanding. I will be slow to anger and quick to listen. I will be a strong spiritual leader in our home through good times and bad, in joy and in sorrow. And I will love you and be faithful to you alone from this day forward until God calls us home. This is my sincere pledge to you and to God.